Hi, back for a very short little set. I've actually cleaned up all the parts and I've actually filled the sinkholes in the torpedo tubes. Only at the end that you will see through the can see through the actual front of the submarine kit when it's finished. So I've done that, and there is keys for these. I didn't realise there's very small keys, but they're perfect. I've test fitted them, they're lovely. So basically I'm going to let that dry out, sand them smooth so they're the same shape as the actual tube, and then once I've done that I'll come back and show you me putting these pieces together, and hopefully that'll be fun. We'll soon find out. Anyway, so I'll catch you in a few seconds. Be longer for me. Hi, this is me back again, and I've had to do some alterations. Now, you've actually seen those bins when I was spraying them. I also sprayed these aluminium colour. What I noticed is the fact that, I don't know if you can see, I'll just turn them like that. This bit along here is where a join is along the top up over here, just here. So get a bit of a, I'll use this. Just along here, there's a join right away along there on both of the top and bottom, and what happened is I can actually see the seam through the paint, and I noticed it weren't deep, because obviously when I was painting it didn't look too bad, but I could see the seam, it was coming back. And so what I did is I got both these pieces, dipped them into lacquer thinners, used a brush to get all the paint off. And I didn't do the filming of it because I thought myself it was a mucky job anyway. Once I'd finished it, then I washed them, and then I sprayed them grey instead, because I thought I saw one in the museum with a sort of a brass top, and then grey. So I thought myself, that looks quite nice, and it is different. It stands out. And then what I've done after that, I sprayed these bits, the brass as well. And what I've done is actually clear coated them with some semi-gloss varnish. The reason being that, just these bits, I didn't do them, just this bits. The reason I did that is because I want to put a wash to get these details out. You can see them nicely on the camera now. It really does look nice. But the point is, if you just look at them normally, you won't see that. So I want to put a wash on there, and I want to use an oil wash. And I'll be using the industrial earth, and I want to put a few chips in the little places just to give them that as if they've been moved around a little bit, and that's the idea of it. So there you are, and I've put them on there, and I don't know if I can get them a bit closer. There you go, and you can't see any join there, but all the way where them circles are, there's a join all the way up, and I've re-scribed the actual line. You can see that's just about sorry, this end there, just there where my finger is. So that's done. So I'm going to put those over the back now for the moment, and it's about time it's ready to put those heads on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this contactor. I've got my numbers here. That's why I've got these. I've got two mats, and it goes all the way the length of the bench, which is good. When I spray, I actually put cardboard down and then the tissue, and then basically so I don't mark this too much. So what I'm going to be doing now is putting the heads on. So if I can bring those back in to there, I'll come out a little bit. There you go, and I'll bring them back in. I'm going to use contactor on the inside of this, and then join onto there. That's what the idea is. So, but what I always have to do this when I use contactor, because if you haven't used it for a couple of days, it needs this doing to it. Now, thankfully, it's not blocked by the looks of it, because it didn't flame up, but it normally flames up, and I let it cool down a bit. Now, so I'm going to be doing this. So here we go. So, excuse fingers. I'm going to put it inside. Let it run down a bit. So I'm just going to let it run down inside there a little bit, and then I'm going to put this in. and I've got one done. And then I can put them on there to dry, and I'll do the next one, do the same inside. And you can see this, yeah, you can. I'm gonna, yeah, over there. There you go. And do the same. Push it on. Turn it a little bit. Turn it up this way. So any glue will go down. And now I've got two done. It goes, and this glue is really good. I do like the contactor, especially if you want to do it. Takes a little bit, gives you a bit of wiggle room. But there you go. So I've got two done now, and they're done. Got to let them go. So now what I've got now is, if I put that over there, it's out of sight, but it is outside. So I'm going to bring my instructions back in, and what we're looking at now, I'll put this there we go. The previous video, I think because I've been away from this a little while. Previous video, this is what we was talking about, cutting the bits off, which we did, and I cleaned them up, and I think I actually showed them. I'll do that when I do my editing. So these go. Now this is one. I'm going to build this one up here, and that's another bit that's got to be built up as well. So there you go. So if I do that and they come out a little bit more, there you go. So there you go. You can see the torpedoes there a little bit, but it doesn't matter. They're drying quite nicely now. So that's the bit that's got to go on. So now what I've got to do first is put this bit onto there. Now there is what I've done is also, I think I mentioned it earlier on, I actually got these and I've cleaned them up, so that's okay. So just if you can see, but I've worked out you can't see what I've done anyway, so it doesn't matter. So if I put this on there like this, no, it's got to go the other way. No, it is that way. It's that way. Right, that's it. You've got to get it the right way, and then it works. It does work that way. That's the way it's going to work, because you can see it's gone in. Oops. So if I go down here, you can see it works. Yeah. Actually there. So what I'm going to do is lift this one up over there so I don't muck it up, and then I'm going to start running my glue along. So what I'm going to do is get my, because I don't want to make this. It's funny enough, this bit here you won't see much of because it'd be all inside, but and torpedoes do fit into it. So I'm going to go run along putting the glue on. I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, you might be able to see it. And there we go. There you go, this one. Nearly there. Right, put that back on. It's done. And then, oh, got to make sure I get this one. Yep, this is the way. Put that out of the way, come back into here, and that's right, perfect now. So I just roll it a little bit this line. Make sure it's level at either end, and it is, and that's it. I'm just going to hold that for a little while. And this is the one I done earlier, and I did do one earlier because when I was mucking about. So that's it. So this cap goes on the end, well, one of these ends. There we go. And I can do that now as well, because then get the cap on it, and that'll hold it in place at one end anyway. Doesn't winch ended. And all I do now is this, inside the cap. Which I'm doing inside here. There you go. Doesn't matter which end I go on. I push down on there. Like that. That's it. Now I'm not going to be having my torpedoes in here, I don't think. I'm going to be, I might have one in and one out on the display, so because that's not a good idea. Now I can actually do a bit of tape in here just to keep it together. Even though once this glue, once it starts to melt, it's okay anyway. So I'm going to cut that bit because the other end's done nicely. So that's that one, and then come over here and do the other one. There you go. Do the middle and all just to hold it in place. Might be able to get both sides of this one, but there you go. Done. That end's perfect anyway. So that basically, when that dries, means I've got two. Now I can actually glue one on the next bit. The next bit is basically doing this, putting this in, these tubes through into there, and then this bit there slides on. So before I put, I've got to put this on one of these. So don't know which way it goes. I've got to put that on there because it slides up and down and it fits in. What I can do is, that's the one that's dry. That was really good, wasn't it? That's all right, I can sort that out. So put this on. Put that over there out of the way. If I go forward a bit, it moves to this bit, and if I bring that back down there, you can see what I mean. It goes in here. This bit has to slide to fit into a certain location. So basically what I've got to do is make sure that I can fit that into that location by moving it back and forward, because this bit's got its location as well. So it'd be interesting to do that. It doesn't get done till later, but I can do the fixtures up to that point, because what we do with them, once we go back here, we end up going, if I move that, we end up having to go to the rear to do this bit. That bit there. And this is a bit I've already got taped up from earlier on when I showed it. So there she is, quite big, as you can see. But I also want to put a bolt, a nut in here to actually hold it onto a plinth. So inside there, oh, let's get that. You can see this rim. It's not glued together yet. I've got to put a nut on, drill a hole in one of these, and try and get it even spaced off to the front sections as well, which is still in its box, and do that as well. So put a bolt in there so I can actually fasten it to a stand afterwards. That's what I wanted to do. I don't want to use the kit stand. I mean, when I'm building it, I'll use the kit stand for that. So there you go. I'll put that over there. Oops, that's it, dropped into place. So that's the bit we've got to go on to next, number 3. So, but I'm going to put this bit, whoops, I'm going to put this bit together now as much as I can. And so this bit here can't go onto here until I got the other one in. So, oh, yes, you can go, yeah, so it goes onto this bit. So this bit's got to go on as well. So this, the other end will keep it in shape. I'll put them there. So what we want to do now is get this bit in here as well, like so, while it's drying, and then we can glue this on to here and this one onto here, and that lines them up perfectly. But that bit needs to be able to slide back and forward to get into the locations into the front area of the submarine. Front two parts. I'll just get rid of them, put them over there for a moment. It's out of the way. Right, so what I'm going to do now is run a bit of glue into this area. So if I pull that over there and put that there, I'm going to run the bit of glue into here and into there. There you go. Now goes this way for us, and that's it. I've got the right area. Goes the oval bit goes on the top, and the oval bit on this bit goes on top, so that's okay. So we're going to do one first. So push this one in into shape, and it doesn't matter where it goes because I'm going to be turning the other one. Leave that there, and then come back into this one and do the same. And they're glued in place now, so if I pull out a bit, oh, that's the wrong way. None of this will be seen, but I will be spraying it black or something, a darker colour. So there you go. Hold on. Oh, let's make sure the tubes are in the right way though. Yes, they are. Yep. But look along. You think that the actual tubes would be slanted the other way, but obviously not. Can have a double check on the instructions to make sure before we while we can still move them. Yep, it definitely shows it. Yeah, the shape, that's where it is. They feed into each other, so that's okay. Got that done right. That's good. So I can put that on top of there. Make sure that's really pushed in sharp, and it is. So leave that to dry. This can be moved, which is good, and that's the main thing. So put this on there. So now what we've done is we've done that piece, and we've done this. And this. And that's what we've done. So I'll just zoom in. What I'll do is I'll pull those up to the details, which is better. There you go. And that's it for this segment. So this is going to be the end of this number 5 update, I think this is. So this will be the end of this one. So I'll catch you in the next video, and thank you very much for watching. I'm quite enjoying it, but I'm glad I actually done the job on the torpedoes. I think they look much better as they are now, and I'm quite pleased with them. And when they receive a wash, you will see the wash in the next update, number 6. So there you go. So, well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. And thank you very much for all the new subscribers I had. I'm getting up just short of 2,000, which is unheard of as far as I'm concerned. But there you go. So thank you very much again, and I won't say the things that most people say. Look after yourself, stay safe, and catch you on the next one. Happy modelling.